record back to something that you feel comfortable with, maybe, you know, a rawer sound, a more honest sound? Was that the intent?
Yeah, always, every time. I mean, we did like White Blood Cells, we did it in 3 days, and we did Elephant in 10 days, I think, and we did, just to keep it so that you don't get overthink it, overproduce it, you know, record on too many tracks. I think that should be a more popular thing.
Yeah, certainly.
I feel like answering all questions in Seven Nation Army form now.
Wasn't a song, the riff came out of a sound check in Australia or something?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I remember my friend Ben. He's in a band called the Soledad Brothers. He was with us, and he came up. He was walking by, and I said, "Hey Ben, listen to this riff." And I played it for him. And he goes, "Eh."
Actually, they just came to town, Soledad Brothers, and they played a show. And when you watch them play, you go, "Man, they really buy into that sound that they grew up listening to."
Oh yeah.
For a lot of bands, they try to do it, but they don't bring something new to it. Is that important for you? Do you ever write a song and go, "That's way too retro. I need to add something else"?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, a lot of garage rock bands, you know, whatever, that's sort of what we came from. I mean, a lot of those guys just purposely rip off other people's music, take other riffs from old, obscure songs that no one's ever heard and call it their own. I was always firmly against that. I always hated that because I just felt like you couldn't be proud of it, you know, if it didn't at least come from. I mean, there's no point. I mean, you're going to write songs, someone's going to say it sounds like something else. They're always going to do that, so. But I'd always just try to stay away from purposely doing that.
And if you actually get into playing stuff that's bluesy, basically you're going to go from a certain region in Delta anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's no problem. It's wonderful to have influence. It's wonderful to join that tradition of songwriters and storytellers and join that family. I mean, if you go back to Robert Johnson, all of Robert Johnson's songs were taken from all the people around him, Son House and Charlie Patton. Those are all songs that were happening at the time. He didn't write them. It wasn't about that. It was about joining that family and telling the same story your way. You know? It's just the same story in every song.
And if you think about the Robert Johnson story, he does okay, but he goes away for a couple of years, then he shows up, and he's that much better.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Did you need to go away from your friends to get good?
I did this year, actually, for a couple months, but I couldn't play guitar. But
how was the hand?
It's not doing so good. I can't, that's as far as I can close my finger. So, you know, it should be like that. You know, it should be like that.
Oh, hey, Tony Iommi's playing with 3 fingers, okay?
So I had to relearn how to play the chords with these 3 fingers. I'm starting to get that back, but hopefully when it comes back, I'm going to have to relearn how to play like I used to play. I don't know.
Are you one of those guys, one of those bands that feel that fear? Dude, I just totaled my car, and I effed my hand.
I don't know. I'm not that, I don't know. Things don't shock me very much anymore, probably because all that reality television I watch.
Oh, that happened to the first Joe Millionaire, man. That's nothing. All right, we're hanging out with the White Stripes. It is alive and much. As you know, MuchMusic, we go all across the country. Speaker's Corner in Montreal. A question for the White Stripes.
Hi, my name's Stefan. I'm from Montreal, and I'm wondering if there's any truth at all to the rumor that you might be giving up the White Stripes after your next album.
Last time we had a conversation with you, you said when you no longer felt relevant, perhaps you'd end the White Stripes.
Right. There was a... Oh, boy.
Jack, you told me you loved me.
Jack, you told me you loved me.
Heard that before?
Thanks, Mom. No, yeah, I was saying once maybe after another album, maybe it would feel that way. We just always assumed that people wouldn't really care about the band. I mean, 6 years ago, we assumed nobody would care about it. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I think when that feeling comes around, we'll know when it's time to stop.
Is it like the kind of thing where you guys are on the same page about that kind of stuff? Meg, do you look at the band in the same way that Jack does?
I think so, definitely. Yeah, I think we're very much in the same mind of things. That we'll know when it's ready to go and when it's not. When it doesn't feel right to us anymore. Yeah.
The brilliant thing about being together as long as you have been in whatever capacity it was that you were together, can you be honest with each other, or do you have to be like careful with each other in the way buttons are pushed? And
I do whatever she tells me to do.
Is that true?
That's right. Exactly.
You feel good about that, right?
Set it straight, Jack. Come on. Come on.
The idea that that everything has sort of changed around you, as opposed to you necessarily changing for everything else around you, does that solidify the White Stripes family, be it the two of you and the management and the family?
It's sort of you become it becomes. I think any situation you're in, it's always you versus whoever. When I'm writing songs, it's sort of this character I'm writing about versus the world. And whenever you're in a band, I think it's your band versus everybody on a stage or an interview or a photo or something. It's always kind of an attack. It should be handled that way, like friendly attack. Friendly war.
Is it you versus the fans, or is it ever get to that point?
Yeah, of course, because if they're not giving any energy back when you play a show, then it becomes a situation where, okay, well, me and Meg either have to ignore the crowd or try to convince them, So it becomes a,
Shall we go convince the window?
Okay, yeah.
Let's go do it. Check it out. You want it? That's your White Stripes.
This is my favorite album.
Or snowy people.
This is nice, eh?
It's snowing.
You think?
You see how that everybody in America and Canada too. When you walk down the street, everybody, 90% of people have cameras on them at all times now.
It becomes a bit unsettling, though, doesn't it, eventually? Let's go to a
I guess
question.
so.
It does. We got a question in the audience right now. Laura Lee has a question. Laura Lee, your question for the White Stripes is...
Hi, my name's Lorelai. I came all the way across Canada to see you guys. My question's actually for Meg. Meg, I want to know, living in a society where pop culture is so influential, how do you feel about being a very positive role model for women today?
I don't know. I don't really want to be anybody's role model. I've got enough bad habits of my own, you know, but maybe I'll, you know,
Meg's shivering.
just try to show.
She's shivering and she's not wearing any shoes. As you know, she drums. Stick around. It's more with the White Stripes live in March right after this. Return to the Live at Much. It is less talk, my friends, and it is more rock with the White Stripes.
And soda bombs when I hear lips make a sound. When I hear lips make a sound. Flooding notes in my mailbox will tell that I'm coming home. And I think I'm gonna stick around for a while, say I'm not alone. For a while, say I'm not alone. Hear a piano fall, you can hear me coming down the hall. If I can just hear your pretty voice, I don't think I need to see at all. Don't think I need to see at all. So tell in a velvet tongue, I wanna give you what you give to me. And every breath that is in your lungs is a tiny little gift to me. It's a tiny little gift to me. You should be thinking of the Holy Ghost.
I'm Jack White.
And you are?
Meg White.
And you are the?
White Stripes.
Have you ever been to Legoland?
We did have an offer to go there once, and we didn't go.
You know, it goes back a long way. We just like the milkshakes.
She
The
likes,
malts,
she
really.
likes the milkshakes, and I like actual chocolate malts.
Now, how many taxidermic items do you have?
I have a zebra, and I have 2 gazelles, and I have a tiger, a kudu, and a mountain goat. I have lots of things.
It creeps me out a little.
Bette Midler came to our show in New York and danced the whole show. Bette Midler in the balcony. It was pretty cool. Meg's an android.
Damn it, Jack.
I'm sorry. If you just knew, I mean, at the end of every night, how we have to plug her into the tour bus and change her oil every 3 months to keep this band going.
I said it once before, but it bears repeating now.
All right, go back to the live MuchMusic headquarters in downtown Toronto with the White Stripes. It is Jack. It is Meg. And there you saw the two with Nardwuar, the human serviette. Aren't you on the front cover of the album with a cord around your leg? Wasn't there a rumor kicking around the web that Meg was done? She had passed on.
Oh, Meg was dead. Yeah, she's a robot.
Well,
Yeah.
when I broke my wrist, they had a theory that they were just updating me. Megbot 2.0, I believe.
Megbot version 2.0.
Now, isn't it kind of cool in that sense, though, to have all the pressure removed from you? To just, hey, man, I'm not even real.
I suppose, but if I was a robot, I should have perfect rhythm. That could be a problem.
You do have perfect rhythm, Meg.
Hey, man, you know, like George Clinton said, what you do from 2 to 4 is your own business. Just be there on the 1.
Exactly.
You know? Do you ever feel in this situation, you know, I mean, you're sitting on the kit, so drummers always get to watch. And you're watching this thing unfold in front of you, and just say, man, what is
I
going on?
don't get to watch. There's only 2 of us up there.